All right, y'all. We are live on this beautiful Wednesday morning. It is beautiful. It's a little bit overcast today. It's not too cold, it's not too hot. It's just a beautiful day. And I am just here making sure everything is good with the stream. Let me make sure everything looks good. What's going on, everybody? Let me see. Let me just double check. Make sure that this stream is good. Guys, if everything is good, let me know in the chat. We have a lot of things to talk about today. I just want to make sure here, because yesterday I was getting a little bit of lag, and let me just make sure that things are looking well. Because yesterday I was getting a little bit of lag. Here I am. Okay, things seem to be going pretty well. Cool. All right, guys. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Blessings in the name of Jesus, our Messiah, Yeshua, Mashiachenu. Yo, what's going on? What is going on, everybody? Wow. So what a night, right? We had this Bitcoin dump. Nice to see all of you guys in here. Blessings to all of you. Top of the morning on this beautiful overcast Thursday morning. So what I want to do, guys, is I want to go over the charts. I want to lay out some of the key levels that I am looking at. I want to tell you my plan. I want to tell you guys my current trade that I am in. And before I get into that, guys, make sure to FOMO into the like button to get those YouTube algorithms to share this video with other folk out there. Because I like to use the word folk since I am myself a country folk. Alright, guys, so here we are on the daily time frame. And these yellow lines that I have right here, before I dive in and do some more detailed technical analysis, these 4 yellow lines are my key levels of support and resistance. And the way I got these levels is they're Fibonacci lines. They're Fibonacci levels. And as you can see, these levels are very well respected by the price action as well. So right here, this one, it was resistance that got flipped into support, and then this was a resistance pretty much throughout this entire area from February 22nd all the way to March 8th. And then again, it was support down here, and this level here was support. It was support. It was support, then it became resistance, then it became support again. And then this line right here, this is the big resistance that we were trying to break through. And if we do break through this resistance and confirm above it, then my target above here is the $65,000 level. And I was kind of hoping that yesterday we were going to actually confirm above that line. We were so close to doing it. In fact, the price came up to pretty much $59,878, which is crazy because I was in, let me get to my Discord here. I was in a long position yesterday that I posted in the Discord here, and my take profit 2 level was 60,048. And so we missed that by just a couple dollars, but we hit our take profit 1, and this was actually a really great trade for anybody who took this trade yesterday when I posted it yesterday morning in the Discord. But so yeah, let's just kind of talk about what I think is going to happen here, and then after I do that, I'm going to do some more technical analysis. We'll take a look at Market Cipher. So basically on our daily time frame, guys, we are still technically confirmed bullish, right? Even though we're getting a rejection off of this resistance, we're still bullish. Market Cipher B is still curving upwards, right? We still have some room to go. The VWAP obviously is pointing down a little bit right now, but that's to be expected since we just had a giant dump candle. So I'm not really too concerned. However, on the 12-hour, when we look at Market Cipher B, we're printing this red wave right here, okay? Now, depending on how you want to look at this wave, some people could say, that the overall direction of Market Cipher B is going down like this because we were printing nothing under that zero line, and now we've got something like this going on. It very well could play out like that. We cannot take that off the table. However, it's important to remember that a lot of times on these larger time frames, these red dots don't really stay red dots for very long, right? It's very rare that we will have something like this that will cause us to come down below the zero line and print a wave down here. So we could, first of all, this is not even confirmed. It's not confirmed, but we might see something like that, right? We might see something like that. Now let's get to the 4-hour because this is actually what I really want to talk about now. On the 4-hour, this is kind of, in my mind, something that is good and bullish. Like I'm still bullish in my sentiment on Bitcoin, expecting it to go up. I'm currently in a long position, and I'll get into more of that and show you my exact, trading plan and stuff later. But here's the thing, guys. Market Cipher B on the 4-hour. Well, before I talk about that, every single time in this bull run that we have had these two exponential moving averages cross over each other, we've had the 21 cross over the 55, and then we get a huge run up. We have the 21 cross over the 55, huge run up. That's not the only time that it has happened, right? We can go back even farther and see we had the 21 cross over the 55, a huge run up. Now, something else that goes along with this pattern, right? On the 4-hour, when the 21 exponential moving average crosses over the 55 exponential moving average, we usually get a retest and then off to the races, right? That happened right there. That happened right here as well, where we had this huge run up and then we get the retest and then we're off, okay? So is it surprising? Is it surprising at all that after that's happened 3 times, we have the 21 and the 55 crossing over each other, and then we get a retest and a perfect bounce off of that 21 EMA? Now, this is something that I've been talking about. I talked about this yesterday. I talked about this in my video yesterday, right here. The long-term bullish thing is the fact that we recently had a money flow crossover on the 4-hour, and we just had these EMAs cross over each other, right? Which is very bullish. Again, when we have that happen, money crossover and candles confirming above the 21 and the 55 EMA, which cross over each other, this is very bullish. But also historically, what happens when we cross above these exponential moving averages is we will come back down and price will retest them, right? We get a money flow crossover, confirm above the moving averages, price comes up, we get a retest before we are off to the races, right? We come up, we get the retest, off to the races, and then again up here, we come up and, I thought we were going to have our retest yesterday. We did not. So is it possible that we could come all the way back down and test this level here? It's possible. I don't know. Perhaps we will consolidate what I would. So I've been waiting for this retest here, right? And yesterday it seemed so far-fetched that we would come down and test the moving average, right? But we were kind of stuck at this resistance level, and we came down and we bounced perfectly off the moving averages, and that's where we are today. So when I saw that happen, when I saw the bounce happening off those moving averages, I entered a long position. Now I'm still currently in a swing long still, okay, from yesterday, because I'm really hoping and expecting to catch another long move upwards, right? Now of course, I could be wrong here, but because of all the confluence I'm seeing, bullish on the daily, bullish on the 4 hour, the pattern of the EMAs crossing over, the retest, and then the run up. So when I saw that happen, I entered a long, and I posted it in the Discord here at 4:10 a.m. where I saw, look, we were forming this channel. We had broken out of the channel. Let me make this a little bit bigger. And let's see here. Look, as soon as I saw that we were getting the bounce, I entered right here. I posted this a little bit after I entered the trade because it happened so fast. It happened so fast. But once I saw that we were getting a bounce off of this EMA and this trend line, I'm like, all right, let's see if we can catch the bounce. So I posted that in the Discord. I posted my take profit level. I said take profit 58.2, and we pretty much hit that exactly. We hit that exactly. We came up, and well, this is before we hit it. Then right here we hit it like exactly 58.2, pretty much to the exact dollar. And the reason that was my take profit is because if we go back to this chart right here, the 58.2 level, that was our previous support, our previous daily resistance level that we broke through yesterday. It was resistance, resistance, resistance all this time. Then we broke above it. So when we broke below it, and when we got a bounce off of that moving average, which was also a support level here, you know, that was where I was going to set my take profit. And also I have other take profit levels set. I'm thinking, and this is just what I'm thinking. Here, let me get back to this other chart here. That once this 4 hour Market Cipher B cools off and we start to get momentum upwards, that we're really gonna move up. That's what I'm thinking here. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. So if we break down below these moving averages again after getting that bounce, then I would say, yeah, I might reconsider my swing long position for sure. That this would be the invalidation point of my trade, these moving averages, because, you know, I'm basing a lot of this on the fact that we have the moving average crossover, and now we have the retest and the bounce, and I'm expecting this to be like a nice swing long position that I can enter. So if we come back below these moving averages and confirm below them and we don't get a bounce, then in my mind that would kind of invalidate my hypothesis, my plan that we can enter into a swing long position. Now we've gotten this bounce, but because momentum is so low on these higher time frames, things are going to be moving a little bit slow. But when we go down to the lower time frames, you can see that we are printing bottoms here. Like it's slow going for sure, right? Money flow is in the red on the 24, but on the 2 hour, you know, it looks like we're about to print a nice little bottom there. And really, if we do, I mean, then we have this beautiful little double bottom, trigger, money flow crossover, trigger. You know, I really would not be surprised if it played out that way. Now, guys, this is just how I'm trading it, right? I mean, obviously I could be wrong. So this is definitely not financial advice. This is just the way I'm trading the markets. So I did enter that long position at like 4 in the morning, and I already took profits out. So regardless, that is a winning trade. I took profits out right before take profit 1 was hit. I just wanted to make sure I locked in profit there because I didn't really have any confirmations besides the fact that we were getting a bounce off of this exponential moving average and a support, which was, you know, a very significant level. So that's kind of how I'm dealing with this right now. And guys, if you want to learn this stuff, I do have a course. Oh, you like this? This is where I make my clickbait thumbnails. I have a course here where I'm going through all this stuff. I'm going through all this stuff, teaching you everything, how to draw these levels. Basically, the goal of the course is, if you're newer to trading, excuse me, the goal of this course is to give you the confidence that you need to trade consistently and profitably to be able to mark out the key levels, know where to draw your support and resistance, use moving averages, use Fibonacci, learn how to really use Market Cipher to find those perfect entries. And then today, actually, we're going to be talking about, well, yesterday we talked about creating your own winning strategy. It was a really good session, and this is like the bread and butter of how you're going to become a profitable trader, creating your own strategy. Then today we're going to go through some example strategies that I use, and it's going to be a really good session. But if you're interested in that, if you sign up for the course, you can get access to some of the trades that I post in my Discord. And, if you're interested in that, there's information in the description of this video. And, you can join the Discord, send me a message, I'll give you information, or you could become a Patreon. It really is up to you. It's two sides of the same coin, y'all. So let me get into the chat, see if we have any questions. I want to encourage everybody to FOMO into the like button. And, well, let me talk about some targets real quick, and then I'll do more TA. So, right now, as far as this trade goes, obviously my next take profit level is right here at 58.6, and then finally it's that high resistance around 59.4. And the reason those are my take profit levels is because if we come to this other chart here, the sloppy chart right here, those are just the areas of support and resistance, the areas of resistance that price has yet to come up and touch. But man, this was a crazy 4-hour candle. All right, let's get into the chat and see how everyone's doing. Guys, FOMO into the like button, y'all. I appreciate everyone for being here. Wow, 736 people and only 200 likes. Shout out to Rico. This Rico with the eagle. And shout out to other Rico. See if we have any questions. Can you set up alerts for the green buy dots on Market Cipher? Yes, I have a video about that, John H., on my channel. Check it out. Brian B., what if the long doesn't work out? How would I short it? That's a great question. Greg, yes, I can say numbers instead of right there. I'm so sorry, man. I know people are listening while they're driving. That's true. I need a giveaway to get more likes. I do want to do a giveaway, guys. I want to do a giveaway. All the super chats, I'm going to buy Bitcoin with that money and give it away. The real Nick Balls wants to know if Market Cipher works with altcoins. Yes, it does, but you need to come up with a different strategy than you're using for Bitcoin. Jonas G., I am in a trade. Halo Crypto wants to know if we can get a TA on likes. Yeah, absolutely, guys. We can get a TA on likes. So if we take a look at the like button chart here, we can see that we're going completely parabolic. We've blasted through all resistance levels. We're high above both the moving averages, which historically is extremely bullish. And I usually don't tell people to FOMO into a trade, but definitely FOMO into the like button because it's going to the moon, y'all. Next stop is $500,000. Currently trading on Bybit, which is huge news. My like button is trading on Bybit. You can trade it with up to 100x leverage, and everybody is just going long. 100x leverage, 100% of their account, no stop loss. This thing is going straight to the moon, guys. So FOMO into the like button. Okay. All right, so let's get back to the chart. Let us get back to the chart. And just there's a lot of new people in here now. So just to reiterate what I was talking about. So right now, this is the daily chart. And I have my key levels of support and resistance that I've drawn on this chart. These are based off of daily support and resistance levels as well as Fibonacci numbers. So right now, our major resistance, right now we're trading within this range, you could say, between $54,500, give or take, and then 59,000, almost 60K, right? So between 54.5 and 60K, we're trading in between this range. These are our two major levels of support and resistance. On the daily time frame, we are still above the 21 moving average, which is very bullish. Okay, so still super bullish because of this. Also, still bullish on the daily time frame because we printed this green trigger wave down here on the daily time frame, and these waves are still super separated. It looks like we still have a lot of upward potential here. Now, when we get down to the 4-hour time frame, we have these very bullish signs as well. Now, number one, we have had the 21 exponential moving average cross above the 55 exponential moving average, and it happened right on this key area of resistance that got flipped into support. We recently had a money flow crossover on the 4-hour, and you know, historically, whenever we get the money flow cross, we get the exponential moving average cross, off to the races. Now, also historically, we get the bounce off of the 21 EMA, right? Once price confirms over both the moving averages and they cross over, historically in this bull run, we get that bounce. And that's exactly what we got last night during this dump. In fact, it was something that I was expecting. I was expecting it in my live stream yesterday. I just played that clip from this video right here. We're off to the races. And then again up here, we come up and, you know, I thought we were going to have our retest yesterday. We did not. So is it possible that we could come all the way back down and test this level here? It's possible. See, so I'm expecting that because that's what had happened. So when I saw that we were getting this very clean bounce, you know, I entered a long position. I posted it. If you're part of if you are part of the Discord, then I posted this trade in here at 4 in the morning when I saw we were getting this bounce. Take profit level 58.2, and that's exactly where we came up to right here. Let's see. Yeah, we surpassed it a little bit. We came up to 58.4. And the reason I set my take profit there from that bounce is simply because that was our resistance, right? This was our resistance that we were struggling to break through, you know, all day on March 29th. And then we had that breakout trade that we traded 2 days ago, and we took the long all the way up to, you know, about 60K. And then when I saw we were getting this bounce, I'm like, okay, this is the bounce, just like this bounce back here where we came up and confirmed above the moving averages. We came down, we had this big dump, bounced off the moving averages, and we were off to the races. Now, the only thing, well, yeah, that's basically what happened every time. So that's what I am expecting. I'm still expecting that. So really, if for this to be confirmed in my mind, for this bounce to be confirmed, what do we need to see? I need to see Market Cipher B give us a trigger wave somewhere in here on the 4-hour, and then we will continue upwards, right? Then we will pump upwards. Right now the VWAP on the 4-hour is starting to point up, which is nice. Let's take a look at the Wolfpack ID on here just to see. I know CryptoFace hates the Wolfpack ID. He hates it. He despises it with a passion, but Billy likes it, you know? They call me Billy Wolfpack. A lot of people don't know that. Billy Wolfpack. Wolfpack ID on the 4-hour is actually looking pretty nice, right? It's looking pretty dang nice. And the reason I say it's looking nice is because it's come down, it's crossed below the zero line, it's turned purple. Everybody knows I love purple. And now it looks like it's starting to come back up. Now, if it does and it turns back to blue, you know, that will be a very powerful thing. This is kind of what I am waiting for. And I was wow, I can't believe we dipped all the way down to 56. that was a nice bounce. That was a nice bounce that we caught there. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm waiting for. And if we get this, then I'm gonna have a lot of confidence. If we can get this before, if we can hold this support, the moving average as support, and we can get upward momentum on the 4-hour, then I will have confidence that we will come back up at least to test the 60K level again. And then once we get past that 60K level, my next major target is 65, and then beyond. So that's kind of where I stand right now as far as all this goes. As far as Bitcoin goes, Bitcoin, there's other coins out there. I was scooping up some Litecoin during this dump too, because I like Litecoin. I was scooping up a bunch of alts at some lower prices during this dump. I was up at 4 a.m. as this was happening. I should not have been up. I've not been sleeping enough. So that's kind of where I stand with this. It really wouldn't surprise me, guys, if this was the bounce that shoots us to the moon, right? But we just have to hope. We have to hope. Like, here's the thing, guys. When it comes to the moon, like if this is the Earth right here, right? Let's draw some continents on here, right? Good old continents on the Earth, and some stuff over here. Right, we want to hope that the moon in its orbit is up here, and we definitely don't want the moon to be down here. Okay, either way, Bitcoin's going to the moon. But we just, where is the moon, right? Are we going to the moon, or are we going to the moon? It all depends. It's all relative. The theory of general relativity that Einstein hypothesized back in the 40s, right? It's all relative. It's all relative. Everything's relative. It's the same with the moon. It's all relative. All right, so things are looking kind of good. We got the strugs right now, right? Bitcoin's got the strugs to break through this resistance, and so this to me, this is a kind of a key area for me. This resistance right up here at, I'm going to say the level for people who are driving, $58,409. That resistance. And then this exponential moving average, which will change depending on the price of Bitcoin. So I can't really give it an exact level, but right now it's around 57.5. This to me is our make it or break it area, because if we get rejected off of this resistance so hard that we come back down, and we're starting to confirm 4-hour candles below this exponential moving average, then then I would change my sentiment, and then I'd be looking for lower levels. And how would I short this? Somebody asked in the chat. Well, I'm not a big fan of really shorting for swing shorting in a Bitcoin bull market, but the way I would approach a short is a little bit different. I would probably go down to a lower time frame, and what I would do is, really, when I'm shorting, I use a lower time frame. Let me come over here, and I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna delete all my drawings here. Sorry, guys. I know they're beautiful drawings, and I know most of you just watched the content for my drawings in TradingView, but I have to erase them. So what I will do is I will come down to a lower time frame, and the way I would short this is basically, if I see that we're losing a key level of support, like let's say the 57.5 level, then I wait until we get to the levels of support. Okay, I don't enter short until we get to those levels of support. And this would have been a really great short entry. I didn't catch this one, but right here, what I like to do is I like to wait for price to cross the VWAP on Market Cipher SR, and then come below support and resistance. And then what I like to do is I like to set my short position right here, like as soon as we cross that support, and just put my stop loss above the support, and then my take profits are just at the next support levels that I have. So my first take profit would have been here, my second take profit would have been here, my third take profit would have been here. And when I'm trading like this, guys, if I'm not in a swing trade, if I'm like in a scalp trade like this, I'm very conservative, meaning I will always lock in profits. When I'm in profits, I will lock them in, meaning, you know, when I feel that we're coming to our first take profit zone, I will take part of the trade out, anywhere from 10 to 50%, depending on the trade, and then move my stop loss into break even, so that I guarantee, okay, no matter what happens now, I'm going to be in a winning trade. And so if I see that we're going to be losing this support, which we tested twice, and I see, okay, we're coming back for a retest and Market Cipher B is giving us some serious downward momentum, then I would wait until we come below here. Again, I'm not just going off the support and resistance. I am also looking at Market Cipher for confluence, and then I would put my short position right when we break below with Market Cipher giving us confluence. And you got to make sure that it's really telling you we're going down, guys. Like, look at multiple time frames, and you just put your short position, put your stop loss above the resistance. Then you just set your take profit levels at the next support levels that you've drawn by hand, or perhaps you're using some kind of indicator like the Agora Algo or something like that. You can do that as well. And really, guys, wow, I'm sorry for my sloppy charts. Really, the best way to get these good entries is to just draw your support and resistance levels. Here, let me remove everything from this chart. Let me remove everything from this chart. And trade level to level. Like, if you get your support and resistance levels down, and you have Market Cipher, and every time we get to one of those levels, you're basically just trading what Market Cipher says, you can catch the bounces, you can catch the rejections off resistance, and the bounces off support. It's actually pretty cool. So if I just come here, and I mark my levels on the daily time frame, and again, what I'm really doing, for anybody who doesn't know how to mark these levels, is you're going to open up the higher time frames. You're going to look to the left of the chart. You're always going to look to the left, and you're going to find areas where candles open and close a lot, right? And you are going to mark those levels. And the reason I'm marking these levels here is because you can see that this candle closed here, this candle opened here, and then later on we can see it was support, support, support. These are the kind of levels that we're looking for. And these become very significant levels because price will always tend to retrace to those zones where there is a lot of liquidity in the market. Price will retrace to these areas where there was a lot of buying and selling happening, okay? It's just the way the market works. The market is an inanimate entity. However, price will tend to come back to these levels. So we want to mark them out on our daily time frame. I'll put one right here as well. Put one right here. That was a key one. Then obviously one right here. Then that's more of a 4-hour level. And you're going to do this, right? And I guess we could put one here too, right? You're going to do this, and then you're going to zoom into a lower time frame, go to the daily, then maybe go to the 4-hour, and then mark your 4-hour levels of support and resistance by doing the same thing, right? Looking to the left of the chart, because the left is where you want to start finding areas, and then you'll notice if you find an area like right here where there's a lot of buying and selling happening on the left and you mark that level, you'll notice later on to the right of the chart that level is also respected. And as you're doing this on lower time frames, make sure you color code your lines. Like, so I know yellow is daily, and then let's say that orange is 4-hour, so that I know, you know, look at this right here. We have all this buying and selling happening here, and then later on price comes right back down to that level. You're going to mark these out, and depending on what time frame you want to trade from, like if you're trading off the 24-minute, the 15-minute, you know, if we come down to the 15-minute, you would want to mark these 15-minute levels as well. You would want to mark this level here. Now look, this 15-minute resistance level, all the way back from 2 days ago, this was our take profit in the trade that I posted this morning, in the Discord, right? 58.2 was the take profit from that bounce. Why was 58.2 our take profit when we were bouncing off this EMA? The reason is because March 29th, this was resistance, 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 and then yesterday it was resistance again. And so when price gets a bounce, where's the first place that is going to stop? Right here. That's why that was my first take profit level. And now you can see that this exact level is acting as resistance again. It's resistance now. 1, 2, 3 times. Are we going to be able to break through it? We need to watch and see. And so if you're trading on the 15-minute time frame, mark out those 15-minute levels as well. Like you would put one here. You would put one right in this area right here too, just because we have all these touches. And then as you're shorting and longing, you would set these as take profit levels. They can also work as stop loss levels, right? So just as an example, if Market Cipher B is telling me we have the momentum, we're going to break above this 58.2 resistance, this gives me a perfect entry because I can set my long right here, I can set my stop loss right below the support, because I know if we come down and lose the support, then my long trade is invalidated. It's an invalidation point, because my whole premise of entering this trade is we have flipped this resistance into support and we are heading upward. And my first take profit would be right here. And then my second take profit would probably be, if we're just looking at areas on the chart, would probably be right around here at 59K. And 59K is actually a strong level on a higher time frame as well. But when you're doing this, you have to make sure Market Cipher is giving you confluence, because hang on, let me see. Market Cipher B. You have to make sure Market Cipher is giving you confluence. So like right here, as we're getting a bounce off of this support here, what's happening on Market Cipher as well? We're printing a bottom. We're printing a bottom. So you don't want to short unless Market Cipher is telling you, like right up here, right? Market Cipher is telling us we're printing a top. Okay, so then once we lose this support here, then you say, okay, Market Cipher is confirming the fact that we're going down, so you enter your short position. You don't just want to do this based on support and resistance alone. I mean, you can, absolutely, you can, especially if you're like really good at TA. But for me personally, I love to use Market Cipher as that added level of confluence. Okay, so let's get back into the chat, see if we have any questions, guys. Shout out to everybody in the chat. May the Lord bless all of you, all 882 of you, and even the 400, some of you who didn't like this video. I still appreciate you. You don't have to like this video. Moonwolf says that a new cup and handle is forming on the 1 hour chart. Shout out to Moonwolf. Appreciate you being here. Moto also wants me to look at the cup and handle on the 1 hour chart. So let's give that a look, guys. I can kind of see it on the 4 hour chart, but let's zoom into the 1 hour. Okay. Let's take a look. Interesting. Interesting. This is pretty interesting. So we got something like this. And then that is that Moonwolf and other person, is this what you are referring to? Let me know in the chat. And if this is what you're referring to, then we have, let's see where this cup and handle target would be. Let's just see where it would be if it is indeed a cup and handle. That would put us at about 68.5. 68.5. Yeah, that would be pretty nice. And you know what? if that is indeed what you're looking at, I think perhaps perhaps that's plausible, right? Especially since we're getting that bounce off the EMAs on the 4 hour. The lower time frames are starting to give us bottoms, right? The 1 hour is starting to give us a bottom here, which I would consider this a trigger wave. I would consider this a very nice direction actually on the 1 hour. The 2 hour looking like it could print us a nice bottom here, which would give us again a super nice direction, right? The 3 hour VWAP looking like it's curving up on the 3 hour. Guys, on the 3 hour, I mean, this just looks really nice on the 3 hour. I mean, look, we got our first bottom, we got our definite bottom, we got a trigger, and then if we print another like wave right here, I mean, whew, that could be nice. That could be nice. You know, we could get something else like another pumptastic, pumpalicious pump. You know, Bitcoin could turn into Dogecoin for a little bit, and then just stay pumped. Unlike the Doge. The Doge doesn't stay pumped, okay? Bitcoin stays pumped all the time. It's like Bitcoin is like a bodybuilder on steroids, right? They're just pumped all the time. But if you're natural, right, you're only pumped when you're in the gym. You're in the gym, you're looking in the mirror, you're like, dang, I'm so jacked. And then like you go home and like, you know, an hour later you look like you don't even lift. So that's the difference between Dogecoin and Bitcoin. Okay, looks like somebody gave me a super chat. DLG Media live giveaways. I need to do a live giveaway, y'all. I do. Yeah, let me do a live giveaway. I need to do that. Guys, if you FOMO into the like button, I will do a live giveaway tomorrow on my stream. So FOMO in. What am I going to give away? I guess I'll give away Bitcoin, right? Wow, we got a lot of stuff going on. What was my biggest loss on future trade? Well, I trade mostly on Bybit. I mean, that's not like real Bitcoin futures, but my biggest loss ever was thousands of dollars. This was back before I had a strategy in place, and I was flopping and groping. That's why it's so important to have a strategy. Yeah, okay. T Fletch, yeah, I'll do a trading course giveaway plus like some Bitcoin too. I'm not forced to do it, guys. I want to do this. I'll give away the course. But yeah, let's get this video up to 900 likes. If we can get, there's 920 people watching this. Now there's 910. Everyone dipped out when I said that. All right, let's get it up to 850. Get it up to 850. I'll give away a free course, and I'll give away $100 of Bitcoin as well. So, and then I'll do it tomorrow on the live stream with a random comment picker. So if we can get this video up to 850 likes, I'll do the giveaway tomorrow on the stream. Okay, Iron Will says, what's up? I got stopped out the dip on my long. What are my recommendations on re-entry? Everything is looking strong, as you mentioned. Yeah, so if you're looking for a long entry, I would personally, this is what I would do. I would do the 424 strategy, right? Like that's really what I would do. Because for me, that is confirming that yes, the uptrend is indeed continuing. A fresh green trigger wave on the 4 hour, or even you might even be able to front run it a little bit on the 3 hour. But I find that the 4 hour is nice, and then you can really zoom in and find that perfect entry on the 24 minute. But you don't want to front run it, right? You don't want to I love coffee. Make sure you wait for your confirmations. Make sure you wait for your confirmations because, a lot of times what can happen is you think things are heading in your direction, right? But then we end up with something like this crazy candle, right? A fake out. This was a classic fake out right here. It looked like we were going to 60K and then wham, jabble jobs all the way down to the jib jab jabby. And while you guys are liking the video so I can do the giveaway, I'm drinking this coffee here. I have to shout out my friend, okay? My friend owns a coffee roast company called Peregrine Roasters in Colorado. I'm telling you, these guys, they make the best coffee. They roast it themselves. It's amazing. I got to shout them out because I love this guy. He's a good friend of mine. He's doing his thing out there with his business. But it's sustainable and it's moral. It's a moral coffee company. I don't know if you guys have ever looked into the atrocities that are committed in the coffee industry. But these guys actually have been to the areas and actually worked in the areas where they source these beans from. It's legit. It's legit, y'all. PeregrineRoasters.com. Okay, enough of that. Yeah, so I would look for my re-entry. Basically, when we get something like this, right? We want to see this green trigger wave print here, and the fact that it's come down this low is a good sign to me. It's a good sign to me. I didn't really like the look of this green trigger wave on the 4-hour. I entered into a long position here, but I didn't like how high it was. It was too high. We needed it to come down low. And once you get your confirmation on the 4-hour, then go down to the 24-minute and find your entry there. And, this is looking pretty nice to me. And the reason I would wait is because, again, we're in this make it or break it zone where if we can't reclaim this resistance as support and we come and we start confirming candles below the 21 EMA, that kind of invalidates the whole idea that we are seeing something like what we saw back here, right? Where we came down, we tested the 21 EMA and then shot off to the moon. And the moon happened to be above the Earth and not below the Earth, if indeed the Earth is a spinning ball in space, which most people believe, but some people in my chat don't believe that. So I don't want to offend anybody who has a different view of the cosmos, okay? Flat earthers are welcome here, as well as globe earthers, okay? So, again, right here, right? We come up above the EMAs, we get a retest, kapam, kapow, and Elon Musk helped us shoot to the moon, right? And this was the Earth in those days, and this was the moon in those days, way up here. And so we went way to the moon. But like I was saying before, if the moon is down here in its orbit, okay, then going to the moon is not as nice for our portfolio as it could be. Okay, so that's why Elon Musk is so involved in the Bitcoin price action, because he actually goes to the moon with his SpaceX rocket ships. All right, y'all? Now, I'm currently in a long, but I recognize the fact that even though I'm long, I entered yesterday, and so I'm still in my position, holding strong. And then I also did that scalp this morning. Right here. And then take profit 1 was hit. And I'm still in this trade as well. But I've locked in profits. I have moved my stop loss to break even, and I've taken out a large portion of the contracts. So regardless of what happens, this is a winning trade for me, and for a lot of people who took this in the Discord. And yeah, guys, there's a few different ways. If you're interested in getting in the Discord, there's a few different ways to do it. You could sign up for the course. That's one way to do it. And the course will not give you access to all my trades in there, only some of them. But if you become a Patreon, a level 2 Patreon, then you can have access to everything in there, that including like my scalp trades, my swing trades, and my altcoin pump trades, where I just research alts and hold the ones that I think are going to pump. Altcoins, guys, that's a great way to make money with very little skill. Because all you have to do is the most basic TA, buy at the bottom and wait for the pump and then sell. So simple. So simple. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right. Wow, we have 732 likes. Guys, we need to get this to 850. I'll make it 800. Let's get this video to 800. I'll give away the course and $100 of Bitcoin to 2 people. I'll do it to 2 people. I'm going to write it down. I'll do it in my next live stream. Shout out to Shushant Kumar, who says, God bless, and your videos are helping a lot. God bless you too, Shushant. Seriously, may the Lord bless you and protect you. And thank you so much for being here. Okay, some people like this twice. That's awesome. PD Craft, shout out to PD Craft. Thanks for being here. Shout out to Mac, who likes the channel. I like you, Mac. I like you. Kristen Lev appreciates the help going through the Market Cipher videos, and they're great. Yeah, if anybody is new here, right, I do have a course, and it does cost money, but there is, on my channel, I mean, seriously, a lot of free content here that, I mean, obviously, I'm going to say this, right? Because y'all, in this video, it's my own content, but these Market Cipher tutorials are things that, these are things that I learned through experience and testing, and when I discovered these things, they really changed my trading life, really. And I just give away these things totally free on here, and they've helped a lot of people. I get messages every day from people, and it's the best feeling in the world, who say, man, thank you so much for the videos. It's really helped me. I'm finally becoming profitable. People are sending me their P&Ls and stuff like that. So it's really cool. It's a blessing to see that. And this is totally free. So some of the content is kind of long, right? Like you might have to sit through like a 2-hour live stream. But I'm telling you, it's worth the watch, especially if you're new and you don't be wanting to spend money on courses and all that. Just give this stuff a watch. Give it a watch. I'm all about watches. I used to wear a watch. I stopped. I feel like everyone stopped wearing watches once smartphones came along. And now people only wear them for the style, right? They don't wear them to tell time. I feel like watches don't even tell time anymore, unless it's an Apple Watch. They're just like decoration. People are trying to like make a statement. Like, yeah, man, I got this watch. You know what I mean? Check out my watch. All right, cool. So we got the video up to 816 likes. So that means in my next live stream, guys, I'm going to do the giveaway for 2 people. We're going to give away the trading course, which is basically a comprehensive trading course that goes through everything on how to trade, become profitable, become confident. For more information about how to get into this course, check out the description of the video. And yeah, I'll do that in tomorrow's live stream. What day is tomorrow? Thursday? Is tomorrow Thursday? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, people wear a watch and bring their phone out at the same time. Yep, because their watches don't work. And I believe it or not, I have a watch tattooed on my arm. It's a long story, guys. So I check that watch often, and I do it whenever somebody asks me the time. I just look down at my tattoo watch and tell them, I don't know, or I tell them whatever time is on the watch. Am I in a trade, dude? Says Lydon Churkop. Yes, I am in a trade. I'm in a long. In the Discord here. This Discord is if you're a level 2 Patreon, you can come this Discord where I do my scalp trades, my swing trades, my altcoin trades. If you're just in, well, anyway, yeah. And then so I posted this trade at 4 a.m. and I'm still in it. I'm still in it because I hit my take profit 1, which was right here at 58.2. I locked in profits. This is definitely going to be a winning trade for me no matter what now. I'm just going to let the rest ride. And, you know, I'm still, this is like for my smaller trade account here. But I'm still in the swing long from yesterday as well, trying to really, hopefully, turn this into a swing long. So yeah, I'm long right now. I am long right now, and I am long and in profit. Long and in profit, which is good. It's all about locking in the profits, guys. If you can lock in your profits and ensure that your trades are not going to turn into losses, then it doesn't matter if you're making small gains here and there, because eventually those big gains are going to come. You know, it's about preventing losses. Don't focus so much on huge wins. Focus on preventing losses, because the huge wins will come if you use tight risk management and you lock in your profits. Because right now, this potentially could turn into a huge swing where I could get a lot. But at the worst, I come out with a small win. At the best, I come out with a huge win. But it's because I've already locked in profit. I've already locked it in. You know, I have the key in the lock. So we'll see what happens, guys. We will see what happens. And of course, you know, little scalps along the way help as well. But I'm a swing trader primarily. How do you say that word? Prima pasta primavera. Okay, I'm sorry that I can't get to everyone's comments, because they're happening so fast right now, and I like to answer questions. Here's a good question. Mix Ellis says, when scalping and looking for small long entries, do all time frames need to be pointing in the same direction? This is what's confusing me when I'm scalping. I always feel it does the opposite when I enter LMAO. Okay, so everyone, just so you know, Mix Ellis, his A is O. It's O. It's on the floor. You better fix that, bro. So yeah, I know what you're talking about. And wow, we have 850 likes. So yeah, tomorrow I'm going to do the giveaway. This is why I'm a big advocate of using 2 time frames only. An environmental time frame and an execution time frame. Because it will turn out all the noise. You will get so confused if you're trying to make sure, and I know that some people trade this way, and I'm not saying it's wrong, but for me, I get so confused when I take 4 lower time frames like the 3, the 5, the 3, the 6, the 12, and the 24, and try and have them all bullish at the same time. Oh man, guys, the moment of truth. The moment of truth. My heart is pounding. My palms are sweaty. My knees are weak. My arms are heavy. Now, I'm not wearing a sweater, and I don't really eat spaghetti too much, so I don't have to worry about that. But let's see if this is actually going to do it, man. Let's see. Let's see. Man, this is awesome. So what I like to do is I like to have an environmental time frame and an execution time frame, because it cuts out all the noise. It cuts out all the noise. So if you're scalping on the 5-minute, maybe you would want to make sure that your 15-minute is bullish as well, right? So like the 15-minute is bullish here. I hope this is actually going to confirm, right? So, and then your 5-minute, perhaps you would make sure that both of those are bullish. And really, when you're scalping on lower time frames, you can use maybe 1 or 2 time frames, a smaller and a larger. And then what you really want to do is you want to backtest even. Like when you're scalping, you want to backtest different time frames and try and look for things that always move the price in your direction. So for me, something that I really like to do is, let's come down to Market Cipher SR. I love to use Market Cipher SR as a baseline when I'm scalping, okay? A baseline, what I mean by baseline is I will only take a long if price is above the VWAP. I will only take a short if price is below the VWAP, okay? I call it the WAP, okay? And so let's say I'm looking for areas of confluence. So if I see something like this, right? And I'm only using 1 time frame here. I'm only using the 15-minute. I don't really care what the higher time frames are doing, because this VWAP here is acting as my baseline. This VWAP is taking into account the average volume weighted price of Bitcoin across all time frames. So it's an accurate indication. because EMAs will change depending on what time frame you're using, but the VWAP will stay the same, right? If I go to the 4 hour and I zoom out, you can see that where I circled the price is still crossing the VWAP on the 4 hour. But if I go back to my 15 minute, you can see that the here we go. You can see that, you know, the price is very different in relation to the exponential moving averages, but it's the same in relation to the VWAP. So I will look for things like this, and then I will look for Market Cipher giving me direction. So I can see we're confirming over these. As soon as we get a money flow crossover, you know, that would be my signal, let's say. And so I'm using more than just Market Cipher to scalp on lower time frames. The lower you get on your time frame, the more you're going to have to, in my humble opinion, because I am not a master trader here, but this is just what works for me. The lower your time frame, the more you will have to use support, resistance, moving averages, stuff like that. The higher the time frame, the more you can just rely solely on Market Cipher. Because if we go to the daily time frame, right? I mean, it's so easy to see. Well, every time we print a green wave below the 0 line, well, we have a huge run up. Okay, so I don't really care as much about support and resistance here. I could just say, okay, printing a green wave, confirm above 21 EMA, go long, right? Printed a green wave, confirmed above 21 EMA, go long. That's kind of how I deal. But the lower you go, the more support you need to know. That's a rhyme I made up for my new. You guys ever hear of this rap music? You ever heard of rap music? Okay. Oh, okay. Blues, Cats, and Baby wants me to check out Ethereum. Jason also wants to know if I have a PDF of the course outline. I do. Hit me up in Discord or email me. I will send you that outline, guys, if you want that outline. And also, if somebody doesn't have Market Cipher and you happen to be watching this video anyway, which is probably not the case, but if you want to get Market Cipher, in the description of this vid, there is a 5% discount. If you use my affiliate link, CryptoFace hooked it up yesterday, where you can use the discount code Billy5 and then a whole bunch of random letters and numbers and get 5% off. So shout out to CryptoFace. Yeah, got to change the title to Bitcoin Pump, right? Bojan wants to know if I can explain the VWAP strategy. Yeah, I talk about it in previous streams. I can't get into it today, but I will be making a video specifically for that. Yeah, WAP music. Yep, Joseph Morales. I'm a WAPper. Okay. MM Brown is not here for ads. Okay, then you don't have to be here, bro. I mean, no offense. I really don't mean any offense. But you know, as a YouTube channel, I gotta do that stuff, you know. But I love you, man, and I hope you're blessed. MM Brown, shout out to you, bro. Okay. Jack Carter says, almost looks like we'll come back down in the 30-minute before going back up. And also, Bitcoin is breaking the WAP now. Let's check it out. Let's go to a lower time frame here. Yeah, look at that. It's breaking the WAP. Not only is it breaking the WAP, guys, but it's breaking the WAP and a key support. A key resistance. Let's go to the 30-minute. Yeah, I can see what you mean there. The VWAP is kind of horizontal here. Let's see what happens here, guys. We're clearly going for a retest. So, yeah, we will see what happens. Okay, Ethereum. Let's take a look at Ethereum. ETH. Well, ETH is kind of in the same boat as Bitcoin here. We had a huge dump. Let's go to the 4 hour. We are breaking above the WAP on Ethereum. We got a perfect bounce off the 21 EMA. You know, it's looking kind of good. Because, you know, same deal with Ethereum. Whenever these cross, we tend to get a nice pump. And whenever they cross the other way, we tend to get a nice dump. but Ethereum's a little bit different than Bitcoin, the way it moves. And really, because the last time we had these these EMAs cross was December 25th. December 25th was the last time we had them cross, so the blue has been above the purple this entire time. Can you guys believe that? Blue has been above the purple. Wait, nope, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. The last time we had them cross was March 6th. Whew. I was about to say, that can't be right. Yeah, so let's see. They crossed on March 6th, and that resulted in a whopping 24.17% pump. So let's see what happens now. We are getting some kind of retest. I'm long on Ethereum, guys. As you guys know, I am long on Ethereum. I have been long on Ethereum since right here on February 23rd. I'm long on Ethereum because I believe that we are going to hit $2,500 by Valentine's Day. So I'm holding this until $2,500 right up here. And I'm in a very low leverage long. And yeah, I'm just going to do it. I'm just doing it. I'm just holding the trade here, which would give me a nice, I was in drawdown for a little bit, right? I was in drawdown 11%. Just holding it. That's going to give me a nice 72%. That's going to be nice. I totally think, I'm confident that Ethereum will get there. For sure. In fact, it very well could get there this month. But right now, things are looking nice for Ethereum. On the 4-hour, we have this triple bottom right here with a clear direction upward. We have our money flow cross. Then we printed this trigger wave here. And if we print one like right in here, this would just give us a clear upward direction. We're also coming up above the old WAP, right here. So yeah, it's looking pretty good for Ethereum. And I'm not intensely trading Ethereum like I trade Bitcoin just because I like the way Bitcoin moves better. Ethereum has been so disappointing the past few months, guys. Has it not? Has it not been disappointing? We've been trading like in this for pretty much the entire month of March until recently. We were trading in just this range area here with very little volatility. So those are my thoughts on Ethereum. James wants to know about funding fees to keep that open. Well, I'm using 1x leverage. Oh, I'm sorry. All that, and I was looking at the wrong pair. The ETH Bitcoin daily divergence. Let me check it out. I have not traded the ETH Bitcoin pair in a very long time. I don't even think I have it on my watch list anymore. So let's check it out. ETH BTC. Let's go to the daily. Wow. This is looking nice. We have we have this divergence forming here. Let's check it out. Well, it is kind of hard to say. Yeah, definitely, there is a divergence, right? There's definitely a divergence, and it could be breaking right now. So that does look pretty nice, I would have to say. Now, I don't trade this pair. I have not traded this pair since the summer. Over the summer, I was really into trading Bitcoin pairs on Binance. That was like the majority of my trading. That was going on over the summer. Bitcoin pairs on Binance. Man, those were some good times, guys. Those are some good times. Yeah, I remember there was like a month where Aave was just pumping compared to Bitcoin. You could just long that thing. Yeah. Those were the days, guys. Those were the days. And these are still the days, guys. It's always the days. The days are always going to be here. Don't get nostalgic. I've learned that not to get nostalgic. It's so easy. I'm a nostalgic kind of guy. I'll get nostalgic for the past And then I realized that I should just enjoy the present, because eventually the present will be the past and you'll be nostalgic for those times as well. So, yeah, I struggle with nostalgia. Nostalgia. Yeah, so nice, a divergence forming. Let's take a look at the 4 hour on this. Yeah, so on the 4 hour, this is actually pretty cool as well. We have the EMA crossover. We have the EMA crossover. We have not had the 21 above the 55 since March 11th. So that's a good sign, as well as the fact that on the 4 hour, guys, this is juicy. This is juicy. We have a bottom. We have a trigger. And if we get some kind of tight thing up in here, man, this could be the blast off. Elon Musk tweeting about his Starbucks coffee that he drinks every day. Does he drink Starbucks? I don't know. But yeah, this is looking really nice, right? This is looking really nice. When we have things like this in the past, they result in some kind of pump. So really what I would be super looking for, and it's tough, right? Because Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're wild cards, these two. They're wild animals. They're like a wild rooster that needs to be tamed. You got to tame that rooster. Pull out one of his tail feathers, slap him upside the head and tell him, "Look, rooster, you can't be chasing me around the yard, right? You got to know your place on this farm, all right?" And then he'll know you're the dominant rooster. What we really want to do, how did I start talking about roosters? I don't know. I love my roosters though. They are beautiful, beautiful creatures. Beautiful creatures. Beautiful colors. If we get a money flow crossover, then that would be a real treat. I mean, a money flow crossover on the 4 hour, that would be a real treat, man. So if we could do something like this right here, where this thing, prints a tight trigger. Honestly, the best pumps happen when you get something that just looks so perfect like this on a higher time frame, where you get like anchor, trigger that's still lumpy and good looking, and basically you're just looking for the same wave to repeat itself but smaller. And when that happens, the third wave will usually blast off. And if it happens in conjunction with a money flow cross, I mean, those are the best. Those are the best. Okay. Nice. Bitcoin is blasting off. Let's check out our good friend BTC. Nice. This is it, guys. Let's wait for that 4 hour confirmation. And I'm so glad I'm in my swing long right now. I'm so glad. In the trade in the Discord, let's see my take profit. My second one was 58,620. Nice, I hit that, so that order got filled, I guess. And then my take profit after that is going to be 59.4. So the 59.4 level is right up here at this previous resistance. So that would have been my scalp trade entry, I guess, from right around here. Entered maybe like 57.7. Nice. A nice 3.46% with low leverage. That's not bad. Of course, I already took profits out, so it won't actually be that much. But I'm all about locking in the profits, y'all. And I'm still in my swing. I'm still in that swing position from yesterday where I entered right around 58.2. Right? I entered right around 58.2. I took some profits in here and then letting the rest just swing out, guys. Letting it swing out. And, I already locked some profits in with that too. And I currently don't have a stop loss in place for it, but I have an alert set to let me know if price comes down to a certain level, because I don't want to get wicked out, which could happen. But at this point, guys, if we come down and start printing a candle below this, then that totally invalidates my swing long. Totally invalidates it. So this is nice, because now, because of this bounce, we have a very, very clear invalidation point. Before the bounce, when we're entering up in here, when we entered here yesterday, this was not a good place to have a responsible stop loss, because really we know for the swing longs we're using the 21 EMA ribbon 5 on Market Cipher A for our support. our support. All right, appreciate all of you guys for being here. Shout out to the 915 people who liked the video. Moto Mayhem 83 says, Jason Casper, that 1 hour wave with green dot looks juicy. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the juicy 1 hour. Yeah, it does look pretty juicy. I mean, I think the 2 hour is juicier than the 1 hour, because if the 2 hour gives us a nice green diddly doot right up in here, I mean, that's nice momentum direction, you know. And then just it gets higher every time. It gets higher every time. And again, y'all, you know, like when we're doing Market Cipher B, I like to just draw on this thing like this, like this, like this, and just kind of like track the market direction. And you know, we can see that right now we're heading up, right? We're heading up here. And actually, this line right here is a little premature because I have it angled down, but really it should not be angled down because we have upward movement right in this way, like this. We want to look at the bottom and the top of Market Cipher and kind of get an overall direction. And I've done many videos about this, and in the course as well, guys. In the course, there are 3 sessions on Market Cipher. We go deep, guys. We go super deep about how to look at Market Cipher 2 time frames at the same time on the same chart, drawing on this thing, finding anchor zones, finding those pumpalicious areas. It's nice. So if you're interested in that, info in the description of the video. Hit me up in Discord. I can give you information. Janitor's assistant. Can I do potential trades in the daytime instead of 4 a.m. all the time? Janitor's assistant, man, here's the thing, bro. I can't control when these trades come up. I can't. So lately, Bitcoin's been 4 a.m. And so I have my alerts set under my pillow. Okay? Yeah. And so I can't help it, right? So and there's a good chance I might sleep through some of them too, right? I've been waking up at 4 a.m. for 2 days in a row. Maybe I won't wake up tomorrow. That's the downside of being a trader. Like, you have to be ready to enter at any time. And if you can't, you might miss some trades. But you'll get some. You'll get some. You will get some. But Bitcoin tends to move when you don't want it to move. Unfortunately. It is unfortunate. But Moonwolf. VWAP is curving up on the 4 hour chart. Am I worried still about the CME gap? Yeah, the CME gap is still in the back of my mind, y'all. I'm not going to lie. What day is today? Wednesday? So it's been a number of days. Where is that gap? Is it down at like 55? Yes, it's down here, right? Around 55, 54. It does worry me. Like, in the back of my mind, it is worrisome. Because it's rare that we don't fill those gaps. It is rare. It's rare. And right now, the Bitcoin futures chart is a little bit 58.7. Wow, 59. Bitcoin futures chart currently is higher than the current Bitcoin price at 59K trading, but it's coming down. So, yeah, I don't know. And that's why, because I don't know, and because no one really knows for sure, right? All we can do is trade what the charts are telling us. And that's why I have my invalidation points, right? That's why I have my areas where I say, okay, my hypothesis, right? This is like the scientific method. I come in here, I'm like a scientist. I got my lab coat on, you know. I got my Anthony Fauci license, right? So everything I say is absolutely true and you can never question it, ever. Otherwise, you're a bad, immoral person. So I come in here and I'm starting making scientific observations, right? What's going on here? What's going on the chart? Okay, I see some bullish things. And I'm going to observe and I'm going to come up with a hypothesis, right? A hypothesis, which I think hypo means underneath, I'm pretty sure, and thesis, I don't even know what that means. I don't know, because I don't know Greek or Latin. I know very little, okay? And so mostly I'm a Hebrew guy. So, I say, okay, looks bullish. That's my hypothesis. And then I'm going to do an experiment. My experiment is, okay, I'm going to test my hypothesis, which is if price comes back down under this EMA, then it means I was wrong about the bounce and we're coming down. And then I change everything, right? I change my hypothesis. It's like, when scientists change their view on certain things, right? It happens. It happens because there's new evidence presented to change the old paradigm. So, yeah, it could happen. That's why we got to watch the charts and don't enter a trade now. Like if you're not long, don't go long. Well, I shouldn't say this. You can do whatever you want. If I was not long right now, I would not go long right now. If I was not already in a long, I would not go long. Okay. Memory Man personally questions everything that a certain person says. Well, I guess you're a bad person then, Memory Man, according to... No, I'm sorry, guys. I can't go there. Cannot go there. I'm not going to go there. This is not a political channel, okay? Many ticks, they suck your blood. I don't talk about the many sucking our blood on this channel. Victoria A, I don't actually follow HOT, to be honest with you. There's so many altcoins out there that I just don't follow. And JT wants me to make a Twitter. I should make a Twitter, guys. I should make a Twitter. Soulless Run is in along from 58-1. Congrats, man. That's legit. Shout out to Soulless Run in a super awesome position. Shout out to Zuzks, who says, I get almost 100% likes to dislikes. Well, I'm very honored that you guys like these videos. Yeah, TRX. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, it's the end of the month. Funds are liquidated. Parts of portfolios to rake in profit. Tomorrow will be bullish as F, says Pac. Yeah, I'm expecting April to be bullish, and Pac is right. Pac is right. It's the last day of the month. Things tend to be a little droopy toward the end of the month, but Let's just do what the chart says. Shout out to Mark Reese, who wears 3 pieces of cloth upon his the front part of his head region because he was told to do it. Shout out to you. I actually go for more than 3. In fact, I take it to the extreme. I take it to the extreme. I actually walk around with a flamethrower always in front of me because that will destroy any kind of microscopic particle that could potentially invade my body and give me a very, very, very low chance of death. But, got to be safe, guys. Sorry, I'm not getting political here. Man, I'm going to get banned. Please, Lord have mercy on me. Give me self-control. How do you take partial profits on your phone, says Elite Cleaning Tulsa. Hey, Elite Cleaning Tulsa. If I have a dirty house and I live in Tulsa, will you clean for me? You got to just, you have to go into Bybit and you can set a conditional order, or if you're in a long, you could just do a sell order, limit or market for however many contracts you want to sell. If you got 1,000 contracts up in there, simply just sell a portion of them, maybe 250, maybe 500, maybe 1, whatever you want. Whatever you want. All right, people are talking about this cup and handle on the 4-hour. Let's go to the 4-hour. Let's see if we see a cup and handle on the foe. I mean, we saw it on the 1, right? We saw it on the 1 for sure. So we got our neckline. I guess you could say that this is our first handle when we bounced off the 55 EMA, and then we come down. We got a cup. It's more of, what this is like? This is like when you go to like the doctor's office and they have that like water dispenser and you pull out the cups and they're like those cone shaped. They're basically like paper ice cream cones, right? And it's not really a cup as much as it is one of those cone shaped things at the doctor's office. So we got a cup and cone shape here, and then we come down, and we got our handle, and then, you know, if we break out of the neckline here, which is also a key resistance level, okay, then this would set our take profit if we're going to play this like a classic cup and handle. That would set our take profit at about 68.5K. Yeah, so we'll see if this doctor's office plays out, right? And we'll see if the pencil and neck pattern plays out also, right? The pencil and neck pattern, if you're unfamiliar, you're missing out. You're missing out. I can't get into it, though. It's top secret. The pencil and neck pattern. It's similar to the Bart Simpson pattern. Okay. Guys, I'm going to have to cut the stream kind of soon. More likes than views. Yeah, thanks, guys. Thank you for all the likes. More likes than views. That's nuts. But, yeah, tomorrow I'm going to do a giveaway. So tomorrow I'm going to try and live stream around the same time. And I am going to, in that video, tell you guys to go. You got to go like another video. Comment on another video. We'll do a random comment picker, and then 2 people, I will give away the course plus $100 of BTC. BTC. Shout out to Crucial. And guys, this is crucial. Okay? It says, I'm new to your channel. Thank you for explaining your method. It just switched the light on up there. Shout out to you, Crucial. Go watch some of my other videos. If your light switch is the same wiring as my light switch, then I might be able to turn on some more lights for you. That's just because obviously the content I make is content I would be making for myself if I wanted content. So it's custom tailored for me, obviously. Daniel, how many strategies have I created? Probably about ones that I use on a regular basis, about 3.5. And I say 3.5 because the 4th one is less of a strategy and it's more free flow. But when I say strategies, I'm talking about like more algorithmic strategies. J-Boy Bullish, I'm going to do it in tomorrow's live stream. Because I can't do it now just because I don't have the thing set up on my computer to do it, and I can't get them open during this live stream. How can you paper trade Bitcoin? You can. I think does Bybit allow you to paper trade? I don't know. But to be honest with you, you don't need actually a paper trading account to paper trade. You can just look at the chart and put in your tool like this. The long and short tool, and like let's say you want to go long here and just like set your thing up in here and put your stop loss where you would want to do it and just let it happen, and you could just keep track of like your percentages. Like say you start with like $100, make it simple and just keep track of your percentages. So you don't need to actually paper trade. Okay, Bybit has a test net, says Mirko P. Thanks Mirko. And Frito O, paper trade on TradingView. That's true too. You can paper trade on TradingView. I don't know if you can paper trade though the crypto markets on TradingView. I don't know. Shout out to Colton Miller. God bless you, bro. Vlad spammed BitBoy yesterday to invite me on the show. Yeah, guys, if you want me on the BitBoy show, go spam BitBoy's live stream. Say, you should have Jason Casper on. You should have Jason Casper on. You should have Jason Casper on. And then, man, that would be crazy if I was on BitBoy's show. That can't happen. That can't happen. Dan King, do I ever use candlestick patterns? Yes, I do use candlestick patterns as well. I'm all about the doji bounce, right? The hammers at the bottom of a downtrend. Michael, the inverse head and shoulders on the 4-hour starting March 14th-ish would fill the CME. Let's take a look. Ah, look at that. Interesting. Yep, that would perfectly fill the CME. So guys, Michael in the chat brings up a good point that perhaps this pattern might play out, this inverse head and shoulders, which is a bullish pattern, but it would fill the CME gap, which would give us a nice, that nice fulfillment of the gap, and also would give us a really nice long position entry. So that's why it's important to lock in profits. My profits are locked in. If this happens, I'll be looking for an entry down here. We also got this potential cup and handle, which is kind of the same thing as a head and shoulders, but actually the head and shoulders looks more head and shouldery than cup and handle-y for sure, because like I said, it's not really as much of a cup as it is those things at the doctor's office, those cone-shaped white cups at the water dispenser thing, where it's got like 3 buttons. You can do cold water, hot water. It has like the giant gloop, 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 gloop bottle on top. Yeah. Well, we're just going to have to wait and see, y'all. And I appreciate all of you guys for being here. And I just want to say, we have a 2-hour green dot. That's good. But yeah, I pray that the Lord bless all of you guys in Yeshua's name, in Jesus' name. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav alecha v'chunecha, Yisa Adonai panav alecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May the Lord bless you and keep you and cause his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you, and lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. In Jesus' name. And I will see all of you guys in the next stream when we do the giveaway. Peace.